Before we get into our next topic, though, we talked about balls earlier, Dave, or LaMelo Ball. Let's talk about today's sponsor of the show, Manscaped. Support for MVP Sports Live today comes to you from Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision tools for your family jewels. I'm sorry, precision engineered tools. Those are better than just precision tools, Dave, for them family jewels. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Dave, there is nothing better than a smooth ball sack. Just ask LaMelo Ball. Being smooth out there, making all the right plays, going left, going right. You got to be able to make those same plays too. You're going to do that with the Lawnmower 3.0. This thing is truly amazing, and you can get yourself a Lawnmower 3.0, 20% off and free shipping if you go to manscaped.com right now and use the code MVP. That is 20% off and free shipping. Going to manscaped.com, using that code MVP, get yourself the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you. And Dave, that is going to bring us into our next topic. And with this one, I'm going to kind of let you have the floor with it and let you kind of sit in the driver's seat, because this was a topic that you brought up. You actually brought it up earlier this week, because I believe you mentioned this earlier this week.
I did.
So we call it tease in the biz, Dave, a little bit of a tease. But ESPN had a mock draft. They did a full 60 pick mock draft. And without spoiling anything, Dave's not too happy about some of these picks.
You know, sometimes it's a bit fucking ridiculous, you know? We're looking at this mock draft from a realistic standpoint. And when I say realistic standpoint, I don't expect to see one of the fucking league's best players, the league, as in the college ranks, best players, down there in the the mid and late 30s. You know, Jaden Springer, the head of the fucking Tennessee three-headed monster down there, their backcourt, at 39 to Sacramento. Like, who the fuck has Jaden Springer as a mid-second rounder right now? I don't think anyone should, because he is one of the youngest prospects coming into this draft. He has so much upside. He's playing in a very slow-moving Tennessee offense. He has incredible potential. If he was playing at a team that let him run the court, let him move with some tempo, he would be putting up gaudy numbers. Ricky, your boy, Io. Nope.
Yeah, Io. You said it right.
Every time my brain has to think.
It's an A, but it's pronounced an I.
Io DeSumo. Guess where he's at?
I'm looking at it. He's at 35.
He's at 35, Ricky.
He's at 35.
How is one of the best scoring guards / point guards, combo guards in college at 35? I know he's a junior, but the stats tell a story.
Yeah, Dave, the thing here is, I know you're looking for the big, rah-rah reaction out of Ricky.
Yeah, where's the anger? Where's the fucking frustration?
So there's anger. It's just you know how how's the saying go? Where it's there's this, then there's 50 for of shit, and then there's my frustration. And the reason why I'm at this point is even Tankathon, for Springer, Tankathon has him at 10th overall. For Io DeSumo, they have him at 33. So to me, the Io hate isn't just an ESPN thing. It's an everybody thing. Everybody hates Io DeSumo. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at, because
yeah,
I just here's the thing. Io does have some bad games, has some slow starts to games, but yet again, this Illinois team just has some bad games. Like the game against Indiana, not a good game. But then you look at their game against Iowa, where they come back, they beat the Iowa Hawkeyes. This isn't Io DeSumo that you don't necessarily have to look at where the team is record-wise. Illinois is really fucking good, by the way. They are a top 15 ranked team. 12th, I believe, in the last polls. We'll see where we go after the Indiana game, and I believe we have one more game this weekend. But the Iowa hate goes all around to where it's everyone is sleeping on him. I'm not on the bandwagon that I was before. Maybe top 10 was a little bit me being overzealous, and I knew that when I said it. I'm just going to back my boy. But he should definitely be in 20 to 30. Should definitely be in 20 for 30. If that's 75% chance 20 to 30, 100% chance 25 to 30. He's got to be in the first round.
Not a first rounder. Again, this is one of those moves where Dave today, if there was a prop bet for it, slam it down, thousands of dollars.
Slam it down, hammer down.
I would assume it was a first round talent. Same question. I think a guy who hasn't got as much credit maybe in Justin Champagne. We actually give him a wet boy, I want to say. Pitt player who great size. He's 6'6" guard. Go ahead.
I think you gave him an honor. I don't know if you gave him a wet boy.
I remember talking about him during the wet boy segment, so he might have gotten an honors for hitting a big shot for Pitt. But again,
no wet boy. He got an honor.
He got an honor.
I just checked.
So he had a very good game. He's been good all year. Solid shooter. And I mean above average shooter out there. Can run well with an offense. Everything about his size means he should be ready for the next level. Again, Charles fucking Bassey in the first round of your mock draft means I can't take you seriously. I can't.
Like,
I know this is a Schmitz and Gavoni thing, but I can't fucking take him seriously, Ricky.
I mean,
in what world is Charles Bassey fast enough, has any foot speed to be a fucking NBA center? None. Fucking none.
How many years has he been in college too? Like, I think his rookie year we had him in our first rounds, and it was like, wow. Yeah. And then every single year it's like, you are an example of the more you stay in college, the more I don't like your game.
He's slow as fuck. His feet are in molasses, wrapped in cement. I don't even like. You can't be slower than him. That's the problem. Like, people want to give Luka Garza garbage about being too slow for the NBA. Let's talk about Charles goddamn Bassey. And like, Luka Garza should be higher than him. Luka Garza at least can stretch the floor. You're going to have an offensive five off the bench who can score on other teams. That's basically Kelly Olynyk right there. Like, there's upside to a player of that caliber. Bassey, no. Bassey, no.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm on full rant mode, Ricky, so interrupt anytime you need
I was just going to interrupt to say it. So I'm doing more research on this fucking Ayo Dosunmu shit, by the way. And I'm looking at point guards that they have drafted. You know, Cade Cunningham, number 1. That makes sense.
No argument.
Jalen Suggs, number 4. Makes sense. I'd probably have him 3rd, but we haven't seen Green play yet. They're assuming Green's going to be better.
Big hype boy.
Makes sense. Sharif Cooper, top 10 pick. You're saying he's a huge riser for you?
I am there with him.
So, like, there are some things they hit. But then after those point guards, so after the top 3 point guards, things start to go awry. They have David Johnson from Louisville, 19. This is either going to be looked back as a for sure hit, or you're smoking the crack pipe, because a lot of people have him 45, 40, second round kind of a player.
I think he's a late 1 player. I don't think he's that late in the second round, but I do think that he is being projected pretty highly here.
You also have Josh Giddey, who is a second round, maybe a first rounder. Like, he's in the IO, the IO category of probably should be a first rounder.
He has gotten some games under his belt now. It's no longer just hype.
Okay.
He's putting up near triple doubles in a couple games. They have dropped some stats for you. He does not shoot great from the outside, but he is someone who has size and great facilitation. So again, he's like a scuffed Cade Cunningham.
Then I will give them a pass there, but like Davion Mitchell from Baylor, the only player I am focusing on from Baylor that's a guard right now is the guy they have below him, Jared Butler. He's the best player on Baylor.
Behind Davion Mitchell. How does that make sense? The better player is lower in the draft?
It doesn't.
In what fucking world, people?
Why would the Clippers take the worst player? Like, are they clowning on the Clippers? Is that what that is?
Clippers, the team notoriously looking for a point guard, someone who can ball handle,
who could defend too. Others. Like, could you imagine Butler defending next to Kawhi at PG?
It's a perfect replacement for goddamn Beverly. What are they doing? This is the dumbest shit. Like, I don't rip on ESPN as often as we used to, but like, this is maddening. And again, like, seeing Bagley that high, I question. Seeing Wagner that high, I question. I think Wagner's probably, again, 20 is probably the highest. I mean, that is extremely high for me. I had him going 25 through 40. To me, that is reasonable. I'm a little surprised here, Ricky. You know who we're not seeing at the top of this?
Who?
We're not seeing the legacy players. Where's a Ron Harper Jr.? Where's little Pippen? Where are those guys?
Are they not even on the mock draft at all?
I believe. Let me just.
Pippen is not.
I don't see Harper either.
Harper is not. They're
Yep.
not, and like that is so fucking bullshit. Because there's even an ESPN Plus article here that is, will Ron Harper and Scottie Pippen Jr. follow in their dad's footsteps? So like, are we just are we expecting them to stay another year? Is that what we're expecting? Is that why they're not putting them in the mock? That's the thing.
It's ridiculous. And again, like a player who I and John from our boy John, you know, we love him. Fucking Roko Kirkichin. This guy, European player. If you haven't watched his highlights, he has an incredibly interesting toolkit. He has huge upside, great frame. Looks like he will be able to move forward to the NBA without a problem transitioning over. Just he has a great skill set for the NBA, and they've got him down here at 41. Keontae Johnson, someone who literally almost died on the court.
Yep, is 40.
Is higher than him. That I'm like, are we playing the same game? Are we watching the same thing? And then Ricky, I want to give you a chance.
Yeah.
Now I know we've been talking about just players and positioning, but Ricky, the Bulls, at 7 taking Keon Johnson. How does that make you feel?
It's a bad pick.
It's a bad fucking pick.
Like the next. I will say this. Do they think we're the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
Because look at the next 3 guys drafted after him. Zaire Williams, I'd take him.
Absolutely.
Sharif Cooper, I'd take him. Fuck, even Corey Kispert, I'd take him, Dave. Like, all 3 of those guys are better than Keon Johnson. Not the Keon Johnson. Fuck, make it 4. Give me Book Night Says Good Night, baby.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing.
It's just for that.
It's very frustrating to see
5 and 6, Moody and Barnes. Like, come on now. Any of those 5 or 6 guys are better than Keon Johnson to the Bulls.
Yeah. I think that's the frustration. I don't understand where this is coming from. I think Usman Garuba is someone who has been falling down boards left and right because his play has been less than impressive in Europe. And for them to hold him steady at 17 right now is shocking to me, because like a lot of people are like, he seems like more of a limited player than we expected. His defense is still above average, but offensively he's not as good as we had hoped for. And we already had a limited mind. Like, we didn't think he was going to be a scoring threat or anything. It was just like, can he be Draymond Green-esque? You know, that was the hope. And we haven't seen that. So I'm surprised that he's still as high as he is on that list. You know, there are names I'm happy to see get the recognition, but like, having Marcus Bagley above Greg Brown, I'm just shaking them and going, what do you see that I don't?
Dave,
because I don't see any reason why Greg Brown would be eclipsed by Marcus Bagley.
Can I ask you a dumb question?
Yeah.
Is 3 or 4 games enough days for you to get a good enough gauge on the G League guys? For a mock draft, you would say?
I mean, probably. Let's be honest. I've watched their college or their high school tape about 1 billion fucking times at this point. Yeah. All their mixtapes. So
I'm going to say this, if this works for you. You and I, let's plan to, yet again, this will not be live, but I'm letting everyone know this live. Let's plan to record our next mock draft podcast on Saturday the 13th. Because the G League starts on Wednesday the 10th. We'll record on Saturday. It'll release on Monday the 15th.
I love it.
Well, it'll release on Patreon the 15th. It'll release everywhere else the 22nd. So
another player who shockingly low.
Yeah.
David Duke. He had 2 bad games.
David, not that Duke.
What's up?
David, not that David Duke.
Correct. David, not that David Duke. Not the evil one.
Yeah.
College player.
I know we said that about Mike Miller and it was a joke. This was not a joke.
This is not a joke. This is a Providence college player who is a junior who has been playing extremely well. He had 2 bad games. Georgetown, Seton Hall. His 2 most recent games were his worst games of his career.
God,
up to this point, even with those games account for, he's still 40, 40, 80. Yep. But like, if you take those games out, his shooting splits are immaculate. I mean, just such a good player. I think he is a absolute hit the next level. He kind of gives, no, I'm not saying it. He gives me vibes of a great combo guard, you know? A current combo guard who has talent. Nope, not doing it. I will leave that as a floater. People can imagine in the future. But David Duke, not that David Duke, will be a earlier pick than where did I just said it? 48.
Yeah.
Just egregious, Ricky. I am. This gets my blood fucking pumped. I don't know why I'm so angry, but it's a level of like,
Well,
am I
it's
not
here's
seeing
what it is.
something?
Here's what it is. It's because you and I also, by the way, before I get into this, I'm gonna mute you for a second. You got to tell me. You're muted. They can only hear me. You got to tell me. They can't hear you, Dave. I
Not doing it. I will save it for the mock.
Okay. I thought it was something like you were going to do what I do, and you were going to compare him to someone that is just like astronomically high.
No. I mean, like, he's a good player.
Okay. I thought it was like something like that, but
Oh, he's a good player, but no.
yeah. I mean, here's what I think it is. I think it's because you and I. This is like what our 5th year diving into a like. Well, yeah, 5th year because around 2016. Here, I'm going to go back to the YouTube page because I think it was the 2016 draft where Brandon and I did the mock drafts together. This was before the fast break was even a thing. I think it was the Ben Simmons draft. Was that 2016? That was
because we talked Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram with you, me, and Sean.
Yes. So 2015 was the one that Brandon and I did. 2016 was the first one that we did. So what, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This will be our 6th mock draft together.
6 years of doing mocks together.
Yeah. To where it's like we almost feel like, and it's a point of pride thing, to where it's like
it really is.
We almost feel like we're NBA scouts without officially being NBA, like not NBA scouts,
we
but draft.
We did go to G League.
We did.
I'm sorry, we did go to Summer League.
Yeah, and we sat behind Shepard from Washington, and we sat a few rows down from Gary Payton, the glove.
Literally, Gary Payton 20 feet to our left. Rachel Nichols 8 feet to our right.
That guy in front of us though needed to cool his jets, man. He's being a creeper. You can't be a creeper to Rachel Nichols, but then you can't be a creeper to Rachel Nichols in front of your girlfriend. I felt sorry for her. He was setting the bar very low for boyfriend of the year, by the way.
That's true. But it was a great time, and I can't wait to do it next year.
Shade at him. Also, MVP of the night goes to Mr. Peanut Head from New York that we were talking to, calling RJ Barrett Peanut Head. Now I can't unsee
next teams are going to Summer League in the fall.
In the fall?
Well, it is. No, it's the summer still. You're right.
Well, when it's safe, we'll go. When it's safe, we'll go, Dave.
I don't know if it's going to happen in July. I think it'll be. I think it'll be like late August.
Yeah, but at that point, like you got to it depends. We'll go.
We'll go.
We're going again.
We'll go.
But yeah, like the point is, we've been doing this so long that like it's one of those things where you look at a mock draft like this, and I don't even look like when you said like, oh, this is a thing. I don't look at ESPN mocks anymore. Like the only ESPN mock I look at is Todd McShay and Mel Kiper on the NFL because they are the only two that I feel like are not influenced by the ESPN machine of like, I feel like some of this draft is ESPN telling their NBA guys, make it spicy because they want to drive, like us talking about it is technically giving them publicity to this mock, even though it's a bad mock and we're trashing it.
It is, but let's be honest. This is someone who usually I do respect Gavoni.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan
came from Draft Express.
Mike Schmitz, 50-50. I have a hit and miss rate with him, but it's still someone who is at least known. But it is very frustrating to me to see this. And I'm like, I almost want to agree with you there and be like, is this intentionally spicy? Is this just like, we're just kind of throwing stuff out there? Or is this stuff that they're like, hey, we're hearing NBA teams? Because Jonathan does have an inside hook. That's the thing. It's like, is he hearing the teams are really high on Isaiah Jackson and Kai Jones? Is that what's going on? Because we don't have that connection. We're looking at it from a, like, I observe the game, I see the game, I see how we think they will translate.
I hear the rumors that the teams let out in the media.
Right. We're trolling subreddits, we're seeing the rumor mill, but like, we don't have that inside connection to the front office. I wonder if that is something that's influencing his mock, because I think I'm struggling to find a way to translate this to my brain of why it's logical to have these players where they are And just outside of the Chicago pick, which is egregious, and we brought up the fact that, hey, the Clippers not taking someone who would literally fit their fucking need.
Dave, can you tell me where Daishen Nix is, by the way?
Daishen Nix is sitting at, oh God, I have to scroll. 43 to Sacramento.
So
because Sacramento needs another point guard, right?
I know it's not that
right. They got De'Aaron Fox, they got Tyrese Halliburton. Let's go ahead and get Daishen Nix.
Yeah, I know it's not that far off from Tankathon. Tankathon does have him in the first round still at 29, but like, am I missing something? Because I feel like he is still like, depending on how he plays in the G League. Like,
I think they're winding up for the G League. I think this is like long-term story arc. They're like, look at this hot riser.
Let's put him low so he rises higher after.
That's 100%. In my mind, this is a story arc. This is like on March 4th when we're watching the end of the G League normal play. And like, surprise of the G League, Daishen Nix has moved his way all the way up to like pick 17 or something. Yeah. Like, that's what this is. This is all about getting the fucking massive risers as the season goes on, because I don't want to say it's the top is stable, but like we did bring up, it's Cade, it's Mobley, then it's Green, Suggs, Kuminga. Those seem to be almost a lock at this point. At least the top two are locked.
Unless Jalen Johnson does something that makes you think that he's going to be in a 3 through 5 range.
Jalen Johnson does have that kind of potential, though.
Like, he's the one that jumps up to me. That's
he oozes potential.
The only guys that I will say have the potential to break up the 3 through 5 range.
If Sharif Cooper hits threes going forward, it's game over. It's fucking game over,
Dave
Ricky.
Reads my mind. I was going to say Jalen Jones and Sharif Cooper. Those are the only two that can break up the 3 through 5 trend.
Yep, I agree. I 100% agree. It is going to be crazy. I am so excited for this draft class. I've watched so much college basketball. I didn't know I could.
I love it. I've been watching college anyways because I fucking love the game.
But apparently, Alperen Sengun is someone who I need to get my eyes on.
Do you?
Because he's at 14.
Dave's like, never heard him before.
I honestly have only seen his name in mock drafts. I've never watched a single game. He's playing out of Turkey, I guess.
Yeah.
On a team I can't pronounce, Bestikis JK.
Oh.
I mean, someone will correct me at some
Dave's
point.
like, someone will correct me. Any final thoughts with this, Dave, before we wrap up the show?
No, I'm just, it's fun to be angry about things when they don't matter. In this mock in fucking February, before we've seen potentially the best players of this draft class play, is intriguing and thought-provoking. And I will give ESPN credit because I've clicked on this like 19 times. And I'm sure they got their ad money out of my fucking...
Dave's like, I have to go back and fucking see this again because I just can't believe it.
It gets the people going, Ricky.
It gets the people going. But that's going to do it for MVP Sports Live today. Thank you guys for doing everything you do. Remember, join the Discord. Greatest community in the universe. Link down below. ! Discord gets that into Twitch chat. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVP vids, or you can throw us a sub on Twitch. Thank you to our Patreon sponsor, Pat Hill. We're on Twitch every Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVP vids. We are also on YouTube at MVP Sports. Also, thank you to today's sponsor of the show, Manscaped. Remember, 20% off and free shipping using the code MVP at manscaped.com. Remember, go ahead, 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com using the code MVP. Your balls will thank you. Dave and I will be back for a Super Bowl Friday, getting ready for Super Bowl weekend. Well, it's not the same as Super Wildcard weekend.
I want to see about 1 billion prop bets out of you on Friday, Ricky. Dave, I want you to bring the proppiest of prop bets.
I am telling you the rundown right now. We're going to focus on the matchup between the Bucs defense and the Chiefs offense. We're going to flip it to the other side, Bucs O versus Chiefs defense. We will do all the fucking prop bets. I am going to list all of those motherfuckers.
I love it.
We're going to put our money where our mouth is, and then we'll make our picks.
Deal.
We'll make our picks. But that is going to be tomorrow. We will catch you guys then. Thank you for being as awesome as you are. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
WPN.